Hello everyone and welcome to another Behind the Paws episode, and today we are going to be adding in some of our cats from the Untold tales to our Sims 3 world. Now remember, we don't actually play with the original clans from the Warrior Cats books in our own Sims 3 Warrior Cat series, but as we fall in love with several of the cats in our Untold Tales series, I love coming into Sims 3 and then having them run around as possible NPCs or just side characters that our cats could potentially run into. So today, because we are working with Thimbleweed and Spot Ridge, raising up Courage Fur and Lightheart's kits, I thought it would be really fun to see what Hope Kit, Brave Kit, and Joy Kit, the three young kittens who we are responsible for taking care of and hopefully keeping alive through the cold, cold winter of Bear Leaf that is coming up. I want to see what they would look like. So we're going to make Courage Fur and Lightheart, today, and we're going to see how their kits would turn out if we use the Sims 3's genetics. So we're going to go with Courage Fur, and he is a member of Wind Clan. And remember, if we run into him while we're playing our Sims 3 Warrior Cats challenge, we'll just say that he's another clan cat kind of visiting. We may choose to fight him, we may choose to invite him into our clan, he may just be a father of more of our kits. We'll have to see. But alright, here we go, and he is a big, strong, gray cat. So let's try to give him a lot of strength. I want to give him a good, strong body. And I don't think we want to have, I don't know, he could be a little bit smish-faced, but I just imagine he's one of the most powerful cats of Wind Clan. So let's give him a good bit. Let's see, what can we alter? Stomach scale. Well, he could definitely have more going on with his stomach, and I think he would definitely have more going on in his chest. Just a really large cat overall. And then let's go back and let's see what other bits and pieces we can start altering on him. So that's just the body. Okay, there's his left side. Courage Fur, we need to make you big and strong. So let's see, full body. Let's try this. Nope, that just throws us over here again. Okay, so Courage Fur, I don't know how to make you super duper big and strong, but we'll just have to be happy with what we've got. And then for his head, yeah, I think that suits him a lot better. We're gonna go ahead and make his skull shape. I just think he's very smart, very big. Yeah, we'll make him have a little bit of a flatter skull. And head profile. There we go, head shape. That's a little bit more like it, where he just looks a little bit stronger. And I think chin scale, huh? Yeah, bigger chin. And yeah, bigger head. There we go. That's really what we needed. A little bit of a bigger head. I think he's kind of an intimidating cat to like walk up to. He's just very large. Everybody talks about the ancient lion clan that he reminds them of. And then let's give him some different eyes so that he can be, yeah, some darker eyes that kind of blend in. Yep, that would be pretty good for him. And let's change the eye color up a little bit so that if we do end up using him as a possible breeding cat in the future with all of our other clans that we have, then yeah, nice dark eyes like that. Then these little tweaks to genetics that we're doing will play down through the generations. So taking the time to add in a few little tweaks here and there to really make the genetics quite unique can definitely result in some beautiful and unique kits and make everything very interesting. All right, I think, what color nose should he have? Maybe a gray nose? Like a light gray nose? That might suit him pretty well. And let's see how his nose width, oh, you can change so much about them. We need him to have a bigger jaw, I think. He needs to really have a bit of a more intimidating snout. His jaw, I wonder, let's go over here to head. Let's see, and can I do anything with your jaw? I think that would just be head scale, and he already has a big head, quite literally. All right, so we'll stick with that one. And Courage Fur is kind of a simple cat. He's just a gray cat, doesn't really have any other coloration. He does have his fur length though. He's extremely large and fluffy. So let's find, ooh, here we go. This is a little bit more like it. So we want something, yeah, this is kind of more what I'm thinking for him. He kind of has this bigger, fluffier appearance. But his fur lays flat. Ooh, there we go. Now there's some big and fluff. Look at that coat. That's beautiful. I think it's a little bit much for him, but we can tweak that pretty darn sure. So let's go into advanced mode. And we may change. Oh, look at that. You are a handsome cat and you know it, don't you? Oh, and where is my, there we go. And is there anything yeah, actually, this is a really bold profile. Look at that. All right, I think we'll definitely leave him with that profile. We're going to tweak his ears a little bit. I don't know where that color on his ears comes from, but I would say he's just a simple gray cat. Pretty much from head to toe. And you know what? I was thinking about adding in maybe something a little more intimidating, but there's something to be said sometimes for just the simplicity of a cat's coat. So maybe make it white belly or black belly. Yeah, well, if anything, we'll give him a bit of a darker belly that sort of hugs the ground. He is a very loyal Wind Clan cat, but that's not to say that he doesn't plan on hopefully one day being the leader of Wind Clan. All right, his tail is nice and long. Courage Fur, I think you turned out to be a lot more handsome than I was thinking, so that should suit him pretty well. All right, so that's Courage Fur. And if he had some personality traits, let's just hit random and see what they would be. Proud is definitely one of them. Friendly and Piggy are definitely not. I would say destructive is probably one of his big traits. And hunter. Proud, destructive, and a hunter would definitely be him. With a deep voice. Yeah, very deep voice that shows that he's not going to hesitate when it comes to taking over the clan. So that would be Courage Fur. And then let's go ahead and make Lightheart. And Lightheart is going to be a little bit of an interesting switch because Courage Fur is not a innately bad cat. Having ambition does not make you bad. It wasn't until his ambition possibly was threatened with being thwarted that he really started to become a more aggressive cat. He started to make threats against the kids that he fathered with the medicine cat of all things, not with a fox. That would be an interesting twist of the tale, is if he and oh my gosh, that would be really funny if he and Lightheart ended up being foxes. All right, so we have Lightheart of Wind Clan, and we've got to give her a whole different look because this simply won't do. We'll go to create cat. I think we'll give her a base of a Bengal, actually. That would really suit her very well. Also, the color point short hair, maybe. Egyptian Mao actually suits her too. A little bit too skinny. Wow, look at the skinny little tail. You look like Lizard Paw's tail. Or I guess he's Lizard, gosh. We gave him his warrior name, didn't we? No, I guess he's still Lizard Paw. I'll have to double check on that. All right, maybe this one. Oh, and look at all the spots. Oh my gosh, there's some really good pre-made cats in here. And the Javanese. The Javanese would suit her too. The Oriental short hair is kind of what I had in mind for Lightheart though. Or the Savannah. Let's make it, oh, let's do the Savannah maybe, but change up the coloring. I really want to give Lightheart a chance to bring in some unique genes that we may not have seen in our clans yet. Let's check American Longhair again. Oh gosh, that's pretty. But you know what? I think the Bengal is exactly the shape that I always pictured Lightheart in my head. And let's make sure that we made her female. Yep. So let's change up her coat, you guys. Super easy to do if you have Sims 3 and you just want to kind of tweak things a little bit. Especially for the most part, I like what just happened here? No, the coat was destroyed. The coat was destroyed. You're not a fox. I'm sorry. You are not a fox, my dear. I need to go back up. Okay, there we go. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to change some colors. Oh, wow. Actually, that's really pretty. Is that the Bengal again or the Egyptian Mao? I think, oh, wow. I think that's the Egyptian, but it works really well. Let's see. Please don't change back into a fox. Oh, thank goodness. She didn't change back into a fox. All right. This will actually work out really well for what I was going to go for. And now we just need to find where are all of the head patterns that you have, my dear. And we need to change some of them. And if you go around, let's see. Let's try removing that. What does it do? All right, nothing there. What about if we remove this one? Whoops. All right, those are the colors that we actually wanted to have. So that is, I think it is like the straight up whole Egyptian Mao coloring. So we'll want to change its color. Let's see, let's come up here. And you can grab the little color icon. And I want to make it super light. Yeah, we want really light. Lightheart looks like a white cat in our series. And so we're going to change her coat color to being really, really light shades of white and gray. And then here we go. This is the one I was looking for. There we go. I think that's very pretty. And we'll lighten it up just a little bit more. Very, very faint. Very faint. So you can almost not tell, excuse me, almost not tell that she has spots at all. So if you want to lighten it up even more, you can switch from swatches over to color wheel and just gently, gently, gently. I think that works really well. If I could, what I do want to do actually, let's try removing this layer. So I'm going to delete this layer, and that's going to take away all her spots and dots. But what we're going to do instead is we are going to come over with the markings, and I'm going to snag these dots right here, and we're going to change their color tone just a bit so I can see where they are. There we go. And I could do this one. That one fits her a little bit. Aha, there we go. Then you could just do straight up dots or these faint dots. These are kind of more what I'm thinking for her. So what you can do is you can sprinkle her body with them. I scooched them over. We're going to duplicate them. And then you can scooch over the next layer. And as you can see, we've got these faint, faint, faint dots going all over Lightheart's body. That's really what I pictured for her. So there we go. She's very pretty that way. And I do think her paws would actually have some color on them. So let's go ahead and work on her paws. All right, let's switch over to region, and then we can come down and we can take control of one of her paws. And I think her paws would have just the faintest darker color on them. Each paw would probably have that coloration, and you can duplicate the layer and then jump over and change which paw you were working on. So we want to do the left front leg instead. There we go. And now she has two paws the same color, just like that. In fact, let's raise the stocking just a little bit, because you can see you can kind of like increase the opacity, and you can also increase how high up it goes on her legs. I think we'll increase how high up it goes, and then we will lighten it a little bit more. Yeah, so it's very faint. That shift in color is very, very faint, but I think it looks really good on her. All right, and we'll go ahead and I will delete this one, duplicate this one, and then you can just jump to the different legs that you need to work on. So left leg, and don't worry you guys, the reward for sitting through all of this somewhat tedious but very important shifting of cat colors is that in just a second here, we are about to enjoy seeing what her kits are going to look like. So beautiful Lightheart, who's quite the stunning cat. Everybody's always purred over how lovely she is, how gentle and kind she is. She just fell for who seemed to be a really wonderful cat in the clan. I mean, can you really blame her falling for somebody? And let's see, fur shape. I think this kind of gentler fur shape really suits her. And let's change her eye color really quickly. But she kind of fell head over tails for who seemed to be such an important member of the clan for so long. She had no idea that there was a bit of a darker depth to Courage Fur until it was too late, until his ambitions were threatened to be thwarted, as I mentioned earlier. So I imagine Lightheart has nice, pretty blue eyes. We'll try to give her a really unique color of them so she can pass on that unique color to her children. And even though she started out in Warrior Cats The Untold Tales, who knows where her genetics are eventually going to go. So that's going to be really fun to see if her genetics get introduced into any of our original clans in our Sims 3 Warrior Cat series. Alright, so let's go ahead, and she would definitely, I think skittish would definitely suit her. And friendly. Skittish, friendly, and maybe genius. Let's see. Maybe neat, because she does like to take good care of. I think less skittish and more quiet. Friendly, quiet, and I would probably say I would go with neat, because she is a medicine cat. So friendly, quiet, and neat. Really one of the darlings of the clan. And I think she has a little bit of a lower voice too, with a nice kind of husky purr to it. So there we go. All right, so we've got Lightheart, we've got Courage Fur, and now the question is, what would Joy Kit, Brave Kit, and Hope Kit look like? So let's go ahead and play with some genetics, and we are going to result in some babies. In fact, we might glance at them right here. I really want to see, because you can't make kittens in here. I really want to see what their kittens would look like. So let's send them into the world, you guys, and let's spawn some babies in and see what they would look like. Oh my goodness. Yes, there would have been absolutely no hiding who the mother of these kits were. All right, everybody. So I popped in and I put down the lightheart and courage for Onto a Lot really quickly and then used Inras to instantly summon them some children. And we have ended up with 3 little babies. They need to be renamed, but we have, and I'll go ahead and rename them now just so you guys don't have to worry about it. And ignore the random sim. He's just a playholder. But this is actually going to be Hope Kit. Whoops. All right, there we go. Hope Kit. All right, so this would be little Hope Kit Wind Clan. And then this right over here would actually be Brave Kit. So let me go ahead and change his name. Whoops, don't want Master Controller. What was I doing? There we go. And this would be a little Brave Kit. And Brave Kit is actually one of the ones in the game who has an orange overcast. So this is what Brave Kit looks like as a kitten. Dun dun dun. Just like his dad, if you guys will notice. The same eye color, same nose color, a lot of the same postures, and apparently some of the same behavior. So we'll have to remember that Brave Kit really takes after Courage Fur. But otherwise, yeah, he'll have an orange cast to him because in the game he actually turned out to be an orange kit. But for the most part, we'll have to say that's just like a genetic wild card that got thrown between the two. But for the most part, he is definitely his father's son. And if you come over here and you look at a little Hope Kit, she actually has her mother's eyes, but her father's dark stomach. So she does have a slight more gray overcast to her body in the game as well. So in Untold Tales, and you can kind of see that with the dark stomach that she inherited from her father. So we'll have to see. Maybe she's more of her mother than her father, but I think that Brave Kit definitely is mimicking their father so far. And then finally, we have this little one who's running off as fast as it can go. I'm going to have to rename her really quickly. But this little one is actually Joy Kit. So wee little Joy Kit. And Joy Kit is apparently pretty skinny. I always imagined she was the smallest of all of the kits anyway. But she definitely is. She has her mother's proud profile and face. And yep, looks like her mother's eyes as well with her father's dark stomach. So she's very similar to her sister Hope Kit, but I think she's just a little bit smaller, probably has a much more white back. We'll probably tweak her a little bit to make her genetics stand out more in the future, but look at her. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. As far as personalities go, quiet and destructive. So quiet but very destructive, inherited from the parents there with Joy Kit. And then we have Brave Kit, who's non-destructive and neat. So maybe he's kind of like the extremely lawful good, where he might have the bravery of his father, but really want to keep everything nice and tidy. We'll have to remember that for our story. And then there's Hope Kit, who is actually pretty playful. Oh, wait, yeah. Hope Kit, Joy Kit, did I get the 2 sisters named correctly? And yeah, I know they say male, but don't worry, I'll be switching that. That's just what they randomly came out as. But little Hope Kit is a playful hunter. So we'll have to remember Hope Kit is probably one of the more outgoing of all of the kits, really playful, wants to help out with the hunting, wants to be a good hunter. I definitely think that there's a lot of that strength and bravery and hopefully some of that hunting skill in Brave Kit over here. And we'll have to give him the orange cast. Remember, he's supposed to be an orange kit. You just can't edit them very easily in cast. Create a sim at this stage. And then little Joy Kit, who's quiet but destructive. So she sounds like she's going to be nothing but trouble and probably take after her adoptive father, Thimbleweed, if you asked me. So I think this is going to be really fun. I feel really good. I'm super excited to get back in the Sims 3 Warrior Cats. I know you guys have been really patient. I just got so crushingly overwhelmed by all of the demands for the role playing that would take me 7 or 8 hours when I have an average of 70 videos going out a week to create. And I think I'm going to stand my ground now. So expect being able to see Sims 3 Warrior Cats at the end of the month. We'll have a lot of our Untold Tales cats popping in as extras along the scenes that we may fight with, we may befriend. They may become part of the characters in our overall original clan stories. And just expect some laid back storytelling. We're still going to have some of the bigger plots in The Sims 3, but for the most part, when we stand back and just let the cats interact, knowing their personalities and their histories how we do, usually the results are pretty darn interesting on their own. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.